Guess who's back?
You're now listening to Unapologetic, the podcast, with your two hosts, Sharee and Reg, discussing any and everything unfiltered.
That is a conversation I want to have. I'm going to save that for another podcast.
Well, make sure I'm on that podcast when you talk about it.
Mic check 1, 2. How's everybody doing? We are back, Unapologetic Podcast. You know the vibes. Your host here, Reg, the Prime Minister. As you see, once again, I'm without Dre. He has a lot of things going on, and everyone that knows Dre knows the issues, knows what's going on. He's out there protecting the world, making everything safe for us so we can podcast and all that good stuff. But don't worry, Dre, I'm gonna hold it down until you are good to go. But today I have the lovely Sharee with me, and she just happened to have on the same shirt that I have on, and everybody, this was not planned at all. We got on, and she was like, "Oh, you got your shirt on?" I was like, "Yeah, I got it." But then she was like, "I'm gonna go take it off," and I was like, "Nah, you ain't got to." So it was not planned, but I'm glad that you are here to join me and represent with your wonderful. We're gonna call that unapologetic red.
There we go.
I like that. But how are you, ma'am?
I am well, thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
No problem. Are you a little nervous? I know it's your first time. And
I am a little nervous.
You're gonna be on YouTube. The world's gonna see you. You better promote this, and I know your people's gonna see you.
Yeah, I'm good though.
Because you don't want nobody in your business, but whatever.
I got my drink. I'm good. It loosens me up a little, so I'm okay.
Well, that should be good. I mean, we did enough pre-production to where you should be loose anyway. And get the conversation going. But so, I'm not gonna ask you to give out your socials and all that stuff because I know you're like old dark 30 kind of secret. And I'm only going to accept you if I know you, and all this other good stuff. So we can get social. Well, not yet. Yeah, your social media's out. But is there anything you want to say? You want to tell us something about you a little bit? Anything or what?
No, just
soldier by day, a mom at night, and
yeah, you know.
And what's your sign?
Say again.
What's your sign?
I am a Leo. I just had a birthday.
Long walks on the beach.
What?
Like long walks on the beach.
Reggie, I think you're trying to. I feel like you're trying to promote me or something. But no. So yes, I am a soldier, active duty. I've been in the Army for 18 years. Ready to retire. I'm currently in Washington, the Pacific Northwest. If anybody wants to come here, contact me. And I don't know if I'll be much of a tour guide because I don't get out much myself. But anyway, yeah, I have one son, and that's me.
Listen, don't nobody want to go out there voluntarily unless it's just like, you know, I've been telling my friends I'm gonna come out there, so I'm gonna come out there. Like, don't go. I don't want to go out there.
I don't want to be here myself, so I understand.
I was out there with her and my homeboy Caesar 2 weeks ago, and we had a good time. Well, anywhere I go, we're gonna have a good time. Anywhere I go, but wasn't allowed to do. Wasn't allowed. But I mean, we made the best of everything.
Definitely not Atlanta.
No, for sure. But we had a good time. But you know, I enjoyed it. You know, and hopefully you enjoyed your birthday.
It was good.
Had a good time. Barring the other setbacks we had, like the lockout incident and all that other shit. And the y'all listen, we have a funny story about the dinner we had, her birthday dinner, when she invited her homegirl, but we're not going to get into that because I don't want to put her business out, but it's the funniest story ever, y'all. I've never met a woman this weird in my life on a date. And well, it wasn't even a date, but you could say something like that. But you know, in the environment we was in, it was just crazy.
Yeah. I just think she was nervous. That was, like I said, that was my first time seeing her act like that. So it threw me off too. I was like, what the fuck going on? But yeah.
So usually it's men that get like that when they're around, like you're in a group of men, and then you know women come around or a female come around. You know, mommy saying female, do you? I gotta make sure.
I'm in the military.
Okay, well, that shit might change sooner or later. All right, yeah. So yeah, you're in a group setting of men, and a woman or women come around, is always at least one that's, gets the men, one of the boys that gets out of character. Either he becomes like the joke guy, the real funny guy, like all of a sudden he becomes Kevin Hart, or, he tries to make him put himself in a spotlight, to make him shine a little bit better than everybody else, you know what I'm saying? And you usually can spot it. And you're like, man, this nigga ain't even, but whatever. Whatever.
Like he's weird. That's not even him.
Right. But I'm not even gonna talk about myself. I'm doing good. I don't a lot of things going on in life, but whatever. It is what it is, we deal with it as it comes, at our age, it's just like, you look at it like it's just things you have to go through, things you have to deal with. Regardless of what it is. But and
you're getting ready to transition.
Yes, I'm not. I am transitioning.
Oh,
and
okay.
For those that don't know, I'm transitioning into another phase of career move and life. Now, I had to clarify, because when you say transition, people might be like, he trying to have a little surgery or something. What's going on? And then if you say life at that, that is life altering and everything. Okay. So I might have to be a little, specific. And hey, if y'all hear that noise out there, y'all gotta pardon me. My yard man is out here doing my yard. He's thorough. He got his Crocs and a cigarette hanging out his mouth. He gets busy. He gets busy, but he's out there handling business. His name is old Robbie. But yeah, but speaking of the military, this week they actually pulled the final military member, soldier that we have that was in Afghanistan actually left country. So we have no longer a military presence in Afghanistan. Of course, was you in the Army when no, because it's been 20 years. So so you wasn't in the Army when we actually entered the country. But being that you are, in the military now and all this is going on, what's your thoughts on it? How do you feel about it?
I think it's been a long time coming. I think we've done what we can do to help them over there, and basically there's no more that we can do. Like I said, I think we've done what we can do. A lot of people are not going to agree with me, but I feel like it's time. It's time for us to come home. That's been a long war. And
the longest we've ever had.
I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's done.
Can you hear that?
He doing his thing.
I'll be out there getting busy with that weed eater, man. But yeah, so no, I agree with you 100%. I don't know necessarily what else there is we can do. I think we gave them the resources and training and everything else they need to actually uphold whatever standards or rules or whatever else we put in place. But I think I've mentioned this just in talks, or either probably on another episode. We can't give them a heart.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can give them anything they want, but we can't, give them the heart and the courage to actually fight the Taliban, once the Taliban, notice the presence is coming. But honestly, I don't we've been as a country, military, our government has been working with the Taliban, and that's why it hasn't been a lot of attacks, a lot of fighting, a lot of this and that. So I don't understand why. If that's the case, we should have just empowered the Taliban to run the country anyway.
We should have done that a long time ago. And it wouldn't have been 20 years.
Right. Because regardless of how long we stay there, once we leave, you have a majority of the country that wants the country ran this way, the way that is written in you know, their Bibles or the way they worship or everything else. And we're trying to implement a Western way of living in this country, and that's not what the majority, you know, of this country or the Taliban, the most prominent figure or force over there wants.
Right.
So, I mean, regardless of when it happened, if we say 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, whatever years, it was going to be a clash once we left the country.
Right. You're absolutely right. Just reading some comments on people's posts on Facebook, it's like, oh, you know, we should be ashamed as American soldiers, or we should be ashamed as America, you know, we're just leaving them hanging. And I'm just like, 20 years. And but see, I don't think people understand when you're a soldier, they don't put, you know, these are civilians saying these things. When you're a soldier and you're over there, you know, you're sacrificing your life. You know, you're sacrificing time with your family, you know, you're missing out on birthdays, anniversaries, whatever. You know what I mean? It's been a long time coming. It's time.
So interesting thing is, there are soldiers that are disagreeing too. There are soldiers that are saying, I felt like my service or my time over there was for nothing and XYZ, which it wasn't. I mean, we installed a democracy over there. It just overran. I mean, if you want to go back over there, then by all means go. I mean, but so the funny thing is, which I was listening to the press conference yesterday, there's a bunch of Americans that are left over there because they want to be over there. Whether they are dual citizenship now, they've married an Afghan, they have Afghan children or Afghan family members because through marriage or whatever else. And they said a lot of those Americans that was, okay, we're going to leave, brought that Afghan family and relatives to the airport thinking like, oh, we're all going to leave. No, you have dual citizenship, you can leave, and you know, maybe your family can, depending on what kind of citizenship they got. But her father and her mother, they're full-blood Afghan. They are citizens of Afghan. We cannot just take them out of Afghanistan and bring them to America. Like, we got enough problems of people over here, illegal immigrants and everything else. And disclaimer, I don't have a problem with any illegal immigrant that anybody's over here. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Yep. It is. It is what it is, definitely.
But I think, like you said, it's a long time coming. It was something that was bound to happen. It's not that Biden just made his mind up one day that we're going to take, this shit has been going, it's actually been in the making or plan since President Obama.
Yeah.
The last president, I'm not going to call his name, he signed it, he ramped it up a little bit, and Biden finished the job.
Yep.
What have you. So it is what it is. But I would like to give my condolences to the family of the 13 military members that lost their life, and anybody actually that lost their life in that whole ordeal. And while I'm on that, people that are going through things in New Orleans, family members in New Orleans that you know are going through it, no power and all that other stuff. I definitely like to send my prayers and wishes out to y'all. Absolutely.
What's sad is those members, I was looking at the ages, they range from, the oldest was only 31 and the youngest was 20. So, and majority of them were 20 years old. So it's just sad. And like I said, it's been a long time coming. It's time for us to come out.
Yeah. I mean, I hate to hear that you know, the lives lost on, but I mean, and the saying that, you know, is always prevalent with us in the military, you know, but you know, that's a part of the job and that's what we sign up for. But no one, and I will say this always, at least for me and most of the people I know, and you know, I think a lot of times with blacks and whites is different. We sign up for different things. Like a lot of the white, and you was a drill sergeant. Right. So you've talked to a lot of soldiers that whether, and think it's easy for me to say that the white ones, a lot of the white ones that you've talked to, if you asked them why they came in, it may have been because their father was in, and their grandfather was in, and their great grandfather was in. So they just came in to carry on or continue a tradition, but they didn't need to.
Right.
No, they might tell you, because I had a bunch of them like, my dad owns a car dealership, he blah, 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 and and these kids don't want for nothing. They just came in because it's something that that's like, they think they run in their family. Right. Versus a black kid is to get out of the neighborhood, out the hood, college money, or I didn't have nothing else to do with my life, and whatever else. So, but like, it's part of the job. And I don't think we sign up to die. Even though, even though that's something that's one of the consequences or things that can happen, you don't necessarily think like, I know I'm about to lose my life if I'm in here, but whatever, I'm going to sign up and get this college money and just hope I don't. Like, no.
Yeah, true. Because you're absolutely right. I didn't sign up to die, but it happened. It could happen.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
You're right.
Yeah. But to switch gears and because we're about to dip into like a depressing part of conversation, people dying and shit. So I definitely don't want to keep on to that. But let's talk about you talking to friends, loved ones, whoever else, and let's say you have problems, issues, and let's say you share secrets or thoughts or whatever else, or maybe even things that bother you or trouble you. And this person, either they tell someone else something that you told them in confidence, or they throw that shit back in your face. Do you think you can ever, regain trust to be the same way with that person, to tell them things that, you're going through or problems, issues, or whatever else?
I don't think, you know what? I don't want to say no, but it's definitely going to take some time, a lot of time. Because there's different levels of trust. So if I tell you something in confidence, and I know that you're the only person that knows this information, and if it comes back to me from somebody else, I'm gonna be like, okay, so Keisha done went and I'm just throwing a name out there. Out there. So if Keisha come back and say, hey, oh girl came and told me XYZ, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. So I am going to confront that person, but would I ever go back and tell that person something in confidence? It's going to be really hard. Because I trusted that person. Okay. And I feel like you betrayed me. If I told you something in confidence and I said, hey, this is between me and you, and I'm gonna feel some type of way about that. Right. I'm gonna feel betrayed. I honestly, I don't know.
I'm about to ask you that. Is that betrayal?
It is. I feel like it's betrayal. Because if I'm telling you it in confidence, now, granted, if it's something like, hey, if this nigga don't do XYZ, I'm gonna go kill his ass. Then okay, that could be. And then if I actually follow through with it, I'm crazy, by the way. But if I actually follow through with it, then maybe that's different. But in the same sense, you my girl, you should be like, well, we're gonna go kill them together. That's how I look at
it. Two toxic girls. Yeah, two toxic, crazy ass. All right, so you made me think of something. So so what if the person didn't go tell someone else, but let's say they threw it back in your face in conversation, like and I just thought about this. So what if it was like let's say I don't want to. I was just thinking some off the wall shit like examples, but I don't want to go there. But let's just say I don't know, like it was unapologetic. All right, so let's say you was just talking and you was like, yeah, I gave that nigga head, blah 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 blah. Let's say you and your girl was out and she was like, damn, this drink tastes weak. Taste it. Let me see if you taste. Oh no, I don't want you to taste this. You be sucking dick. I mean, so that's light. That's light. But like yeah, I'm just saying. But I know you can think of plenty other instances where someone could throw something back in your face like that you told them in confidence, or like something that may be close, traumatic, or whatever else. You know what I'm saying? And they just like, and they made like lightheart of it or a joke and just threw it back in your face.
I think it's definitely gonna be a conversation. We're gonna be like, what you mean? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I told you that. What's your point? Type thing. Mm-hmm. You know, like, are you trying to make a joke out of something that I told you? Or are you trying to it just depends. It depends on the crowd too. Like if you do it, if we in a group of friends and you throw something back in my face that I told you, then I feel like you're trying to cap on something. You know what I mean?
All right. So let me throw this out here. And I just thought about this. So I'm really not going to get into the whole conversation topic, but there is I actually told someone something, and I just thought about this, and I'm not even gonna put it out there, like I said. But so being that I told them something that was kind of like, I'm not gonna say like traumatic to me, but it's something that bothered me, something that made me feel a certain kind of way. And I told them like, hey, this is what happened. It bothered me. It made me feel some kind of way. It triggered stuff, X, Y, Z, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. All right. So the next time we was together, it was kind of like, and this is how I feel. You know, everyone else has their opinions on different things and how they feel, how it comes across. But to me, you know, the next time we was together, it was thrown in my face like, oh, blah, 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 and da, 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 and I'm not going da, 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 because you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and first of all, I didn't have nothing to do with anything. But now I feel like I can't be as open with that person as I was before and expressing myself, telling certain things, whether it's large or small, because I feel like I went that route. And, you know, and you know, someone, it kind of put in perspective when I listened to another show, and, you know, they was talking about, as far as in Black men, when you find a Black man that tells you something, it's kind of like a bonus, because there are not a lot of Black men that are expressive and tell their feelings, tell you things that bother them or whatever else, because of, I guess, what we have to deal with in society. You know, society tell us we're supposed to be hard, we're supposed to be strong, we're supposed to be tough. We're not really supposed to have feelings or whatever else. So, and I think that kind of played into it, because me expressing myself as, you know, telling somebody how I feel, you know, it took a lot. Mm-hmm. And then when it was brought back up and kind of felt like it was through in my face, it was kind of like, it was kind of like a slap in the face for me, honestly.
Yeah. You shut down, right?
Yeah, like- absolutely. You were right. So you hit the nail on the head. Yeah.
Yeah. It depends. So like I said, I think everything is a level of trust. So if you're expressing yourself to an individual, that means you trust them on a certain level. Mm-hmm. No matter if it's you're telling them something in confidence, or you're just experiencing or expressing something from the past, or whatever, you're expressing yourself. And that is not likely when it comes to Black men. You know, so Black men have a thing of keeping everything bottled up, keeping it to themselves because of that particular reason, because they feel like women will take that information, and then when y'all in an argument or whatever, you know, throw that shit right back in your face.
Yeah, I've had it happen so many times, man.
So, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it happens.
Yeah, and
same thing.
Yeah, I've said it plenty of times on this show, to Dre, like, I mean, a woman that, and this is kind of off of the conversation that we're talking, a woman that really knows you and into you and that you've talked to, she knows those things. She knows exactly what to say and how to say it to push them damn buttons. Like, it is, because regardless of what.
A woman knows those triggers. Yeah. Those triggers, and those triggers that will Shut your ass down. Yep.
I won't even say shut you down. I'll say that it hit you where it hurt really, like there's like a damn knife in the damn chest.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the key part of it, you know. But
Yep.
I think well, for me in general, I think it takes a lot. Well, it don't take necessarily a lot, but because I'm a naturally talkative person. I may not like all the time, but I'm conversational.
Right.
That's not a word, but it's a word today, right now. But
Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. I will converse with anybody, you know, about anything for the most part. But just, you know, for me to tell somebody something that, you know, that really bothers me, or even just like things that I don't normally tell, you know, any and everybody, that means I kind of hold you in a different regard than, you know, the average regular person. And I think, you know, once that is like, I'll use your word, betrayed or you know, thrown back in my face, I think that kind of deads all of it. Like, it's going to be hard for me to regain that trust. But to transition, ma'am, you've been married before, right?
I have.
I've been married before. What do you think about getting married again?
I'm bored. I want it. I'm ready.
You're ready. Okay. So doing that. So how would you do it, or how would you want it to be done? And what would you do different than the first time?
So I think communication.
Okay.
Communication is the biggest thing.
So you lack communication in the first part?
I'm not gonna say I lack communication. I lacked expressing myself on certain topics. So I would just kind of let it go. You know
wow.
what I mean?
Well, hold on. I think we got our first here on Unapologetic. Hold on. So you're pointing out your flaws and okay, wow. Look at this, a woman pointing out her flaws in a relationship. We have a first on Unapologetic the podcast. But go ahead, continue on. I like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think yes. So communication on certain things within a marriage, I believe, is very important.
Okay.
Expressing yourself in a calm manner. You know, getting angry or nagging all the time is probably not always the best solution, you know. But at the same time, I'm just like, hey, if you don't communicate with me on some of the things that I'm lacking, then how would I know? So I think that is something moving forward into a new relationship and hopefully married or whatever. Communication.
Okay. So what would it take for you to want to get married again? Like this guy entering in your life. Patience, okay. When you say patience, what do you mean by patience though?
So I'm single and I have a thing where if I see not ignoring the red flags. Before I ignored red flags, this time I don't do that. So as soon as I see something that I don't like, I may bring it up or I may just cut your ass off. So I would say patience. The person, whoever I am with next, is going to have patience with me, because I have the type of mentality where
you're strong-willed. You seem strong-willed.
Huh?
You seem strong-willed.
Maybe, I guess. I mean, I just feel like I don't have to deal with you if I don't want to.
You seem like if the guy, you seem like the type of woman that if the guy is passive, you just going like, hey, you need to go get the garbage and take it out, my nigga.
Oh yeah, listen, I don't deal with them very well.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
If you one of them, then just keep going. Like if I can run you, then that's a problem. I need the guy, the man, to be like, Sharee, you fucking wrong, and this is why.
Okay.
And I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna go like, okay.
So you like to be put in check here and there. That's what it is.
Hey.
That's what it is. You like to be put in check here and there. I see it. But so how would you do it? How would you do remarrying different? I mean, as far as in wedding, living situation, whether like you're living with each other before marriage, after, whatever else. I mean, how would all that go?
I would definitely say yes. We need to be living together.
Prior
to?
To?
Yes, I need to see how you live. That was so my last one, it was a distance thing. Eventually we did move, we were living together, but for the longest time it was 2 different locations. So yes, I would say I need to see how you live. I did not have a wedding, and I would like a wedding. It can be like something small, like a destination wedding type thing, so we can do like honeymoon and whatever.
So no courthouse.
Huh?
So no courthouse.
No, I would not prefer courthouse, but if they want courthouse, then that's cool. But we have to do a honeymoon at the end. You know what I mean? Or at least a honeymoon. You know? And we didn't do that. So yeah, I definitely want. I always say I want a destination wedding. I wanted that before. It just didn't happen like that. It didn't happen like that because of other reasons. But destination wedding, if not a destination wedding, if it's something that is kind of like, hey, we need to get this done quick, which I don't really believe in the quick, hurry up and let's go to the courthouse and just get it over with type thing, because that's what I done last time. But in the event that's the situation, then I will, I'll do the courthouse, but it has to be like, okay, we're going to an island somewhere, on somebody's island, to enjoy it.
You know, I get asked this question a lot, and I always say whatever she wants to do, because I guess that's typical man answer now, right? I'm over it. I had a wedding. I don't know. I think for the most part, for the planning and everything put together, that's
why I said destination.
That's mostly done by the woman anyway. Like, just tell me where I gotta be, what the colors is. I'm gonna tell my homeboys, hey, look, you the best man, you XYZ, you XYZ, we gonna rock like this. We gonna do this. All right. And all the other shit, like all the other shit, because it's rare that you see a man like, oh nah, well, we need like 5 bouquets over here, pink, white, and then we're gonna have me, the best man over here, and she's gonna come down, her father's gonna do this and do that, and then I'm gonna do this, blah blah. Like, none of that planning is ever, like, from what I've seen, like, it's never like the man really putting all the input into planning it. It's kind of like, yeah, whatever she said. Yeah. And that's kind of how I feel. Like I don't know, I'm over the wedding thing. Like, I've spent money that I wish I had back on a wedding. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was married 5 years, and all that money we spent, I'm like, I don't even got no pictures from that shit no more. I deleted all, like, I like it, like, but and I get, I mean, I don't know. I think for those that want to get married, have the big wedding and do everything, because we never go into marriages thinking like, oh, we're gonna be divorced in 2 years. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's just supposed to be forever. But, you know, I've known friends that went out to damn Jamaica or Puerto Rico, and they shit ain't even last like a year or two. And they done spent like, you know, like a couple $20, $30, $40, $50, $60,000. You know what I'm saying? I know motherfuckers that done blew deployment checks and and bonuses on weddings, and that shit, like, they didn't even make it, you know, 2 years. So I don't know.
But see, that is exactly why you have a destination wedding. All that stuff is taken care of for you. You don't have to worry about anything. Listen, you have a destination wedding. You say, this is the time. This is the date. You let your bridesmaids, groomsmen know, hey, this is the date. This is the payment plan.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Let me stop you real quick. Let me stop you. So I'm pretty sure you saw this story, right? There on Facebook, this couple sent out invoices to everybody that did not show up to the wedding because they had a wedding out of the country. So they sent invoices to everybody that didn't show up. It was like, hey, in order for us to have this space rented out, your seat here, your seat there, we hold these spaces, like this is how much you owe for not showing up. How do you feel about that shit?
Hey, I agree. I agree for you to come to wherever it is and your ass didn't show up. You know, RSVP, I feel some type of way that you didn't show up. So I completely agree with that invoice of $240.
That's like, something like, little something like, 240.
No, that ain't.
Fuck no, it ain't.
I'm not saying that's right, but still, you know, if you said that you were gonna come, because it sounded like they were at it was a destination wedding.
Okay.
I don't know where it was, but it sounded like they were at a destination wedding. So if I've paid for a certain amount of people to come as guests for my wedding and you don't show up, yeah, you're gonna get this invoice. I completely agree with that couple. Yep. That's why I said payment plan, because I ain't paying for shit. If you want to come to be a guest at my wedding, then here's the payment plan and you can pay. Okay. But my bridesmaids, they're gonna be on a payment plan too, because I'm not paying for them. But I want you in my wedding. Oh,
you gotta be in my wedding and you gotta pay. Well, I guess I mean,
come on. So think about it. A destination wedding is already expensive. We already paying for us and whatever that we're gonna do.
Talking about it's already expensive. That was a cheaper alternative to another wedding and shit. We just have a destination wedding.
The planning is out the door. They do all the planning for you. That's the biggest thing. So before I was planning everything, I had my wedding gown. I already had my wedding gown. It was in alterations. You know, so I was planning the big wedding. I already had my bridesmaids, the colors. I was going there planning the big wedding. And then, you know, we went to the courthouse and it was like, you know, at 5 years, we'll do a vow renewal. And that's when we'll have the big wedding or whatever.
Man, that sounds like an episode I had, like the renewal date. Yeah, 5 years of renewal. I know we said this, but I mean, we ain't down that road. All right. So, remarrying and being with somebody. So you being with somebody, when looking for someone, do you take into account your, the areas that you lack in or in your weaknesses and the person that you're interested in, how they can, I guess, complete you in those areas, make you better? Is that something that you take into account?
Absolutely. Of course, I think you should. So for me, like I said before, my area is patience. You know what I mean? Like I have to find patience. Yeah, I have to find patience within myself, or the person that I'm with have to be patient with me, because
I don't take you as impatient though.
I am. Like when I say, hey, I want to do this, let's start planning. I'm like, let's start planning like right that moment. You know what I mean? If you be like, oh, well, let's just kind of wait and see. No, I don't like to procrastinate on certain things.
Okay.
I want to start right now so I know it's in the works and it's going to happen. Gotcha. Like if you tell me we're going to do this, but we never revisit that conversation or something, I'm gonna be like, okay, you just fucking talking. You know, I need for you to be like, okay, Sharee, this is what we're gonna do. These are the dates. Do it. And I'll do it. I'll do everything. You know what I mean? Because that gives me a sense of, hey, this is really gonna follow through. This is gonna happen. But if you just talk about it, and you never go, if you never do it,
right,
then I have an issue with that.
So with them telling you is and you executing and you doing, so is that a empowerment thing for you, or just your natural, I gotta be in control and in charge thing, because you normally naturally try to take lead or charge if no one else like steps forward, you know what I'm saying, as far as in you, okay, they saying, hey, this is what we're gonna do, or this is what I want to do, and then you just start planning and doing. Are you a control freak?
I don't like to say I'm a control freak. Some people probably may say I am. I just like to know what's going on.
That's why you need a man to put you on your place, huh? That's why you said that, like, hey, check you here and there.
You got me. There you go. Sometimes I may be going left field on some things. You know what I mean? And I know that sometimes I can go way left field on some things. I need that man to reel me back in.
Control freak. Yeah, you need. Yeah. Let me go ahead and pump the brakes on your ass real quick.
Exactly. And guess what? There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just like, okay.
Let me pump the brakes on you real quick. So I would think mine would be patience, but I think there are like multiple avenues and lanes. Because at times, I think I need balance with everything with me, because I'm like at times, I'm very I procrastinate a lot at times. So I get in modes where I'm like on the go all the time. I'm hard charged. Like there are times and I'll use podcasting for example. Like this past weekend, I was up till 6 a.m, editing, making sure everything was straight to put out. There are some times where I'll get lazy as fuck and just be like, click, 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 you know what I'm saying? Or I'll just push something off until the very last moment. And then next thing you know, I'm rushing. So I think, that's an area that I would look for, that hopefully whoever I'm entertaining or involved with, would I guess help me out. Well, not necessarily help me out, but, I guess keep me balanced in that area to where it's not always a last minute thing, or we're, rushing to do this or do that. I don't know. I think the military did that to me a lot too, because I think once but look, once you get comfortable into a routine and you so when you figure out like, okay, if I wake up 5:45 and I'm out the door at 6:10, I'll make it to work and formation by 6:20 with 10 minutes to spare, because they call and fall in at 6:30. So your ass is gonna like 5:45. You might be like, I'll get up 6:50, and I know, well, it's 5:50, and I gotta go, hurry up a little more. You know what I'm saying? So you get very complacent. And so I mean, I think the military probably done that shit to me too a lot, because I'm the king of hit the damn snooze button on their ass and just jump up. And hey, when I was on the trail, there was times I had a cup and some water, and I'm brushing my teeth on the way driving, like driving this shit, spitting in the cup, got the bottle of water, rinsing my mouth, spitting, like. Man, but so that is an area, like just the procrastination part, because I can't get to modes where at times I procrastinate a lot, and also I don't have patience. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie and say I have some. I don't. When I order shit on Amazon and it's like 3 days, if my shit ain't here on 3 days. If the mailman ain't pulling up with my shit in 3 days, I'm heated. I'm tight about some stuff. Like, like if you give me a time and we ain't on that time, and I don't know why I'm like that, because I might tell you I'm gonna do something and I might be 5-10 minutes late. You know what I'm saying? But so I mean, procrastination and patience, those are not two of my strongest virtues. And when I'm actually dealing with someone, that is probably an area that I would look for balance in. Definitely, those are two. I mean, there are plenty more, but I mean, we'll be talking all day. I was to talk about just balancing me out, because I'm so like, I don't know, I'm here and there.
Well, it's different. I think you, again, being single, you don't have to deal with a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
You are absolutely right, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you like,
ooh,
I don't want to deal with this, and you can just like cut them off.
And that is another problem of mine. Like I am so nonchalant about certain things, a lot of things. I am so nonchalant. Like I will, if we just stop talking today, we just stop talking today. And next thing you know, it could be like a month. You can be like, damn, this nigga Reggie like ain't talked to me in a month, 2 months. Like he's like, let me call him and cuss his ass out. And I get on the phone and be like, and I like ain't shit happen. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, everything's hard. Like you like, this motherfucker really didn't care. And like we ain't miss a beat, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like that's me. And that's probably, I hate that, blame everything on the military, but I feel like that's another issue within, or the military has actually taught you like those things. Like, and I think us black people do that too. Like we tend to push a lot of things to the side, and it's a coping mechanism of, you know, so it don't bother you or whatever else.
Yeah, you just deal with it. You just go on with life and deal with it, and
man, I'm thinking that shit.
And you know, I didn't think I was ever like that.
I texted y'all in the group about that today too. Well, kind of. I mean,
maybe since I've been single, that's how I am. That's my mannerisms or whatever that I have with when it comes to niggas. I'm just like, I don't like that. You know what I mean? I will tell them, hey, I didn't like this. And they'll be like, well, that's just me, blah, blah, blah. I don't have to deal with you. I don't have to deal with you if I don't want to. Like, why bring that stress into your life and it's not needed?
You know what?
That's how I look at it.
But you look at it. But if it was on the flip side, I think a lot of y'all women like stress and drama and toxic shit at times, because I think y'all promote that.
A little bit of toxic there's nothing wrong with a little
bit. It ain't, but I think a lot of y'all promote that shit. Like, but when it's them, it's like, oh, nah, that nigga gotta go. I can't.
It depends on what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know an example, but if it's just something, if it's a red flag on, like.
Name a red flag. Give me one of your red flags.
Oh, man. I'm just going to put this out here. It's not really, I'm just going to say it. It has never happened, but let's say we're out somewhere and I don't always expect the man to pay. If I go out with someone, I don't automatically expect the guy to pay. Like, I'll drop my card in a minute, and no, I don't have it like that, but I will pay. That's just, it is what it is. But let's say a guy pays, say I pay, and you know, they pay, whatever, and the waiter come back and their card is declined or something. I get it, something, and he's like, oh, I don't know why. I'm gonna automatically pull out my card and be like, here. You know what I mean? It's okay.
Oh, see, listen, you just did that with an attitude here. Like, that was an attitude already. So me as a man sitting on the side of the table, I already know this shit about to go. That's not gonna be me. My shit ain't gonna be declined. If I have an inkling that my shit is gonna be declined, it ain't going through, guess what? I already got this meal on the table with the candles and the damn Pandora. So I got the Pandora going. The wine glasses are nice and cascade. But yeah.
Well, you never know. People things happen. But let's say I'm just like, okay, well, you know, I'm gonna say contact your bank, see what's going on, look at your account, whatever. But if they're like, oh, I just called my bank later, blah blah blah, I'm gonna be like, okay, something going on. Not saying that the guy has to pay all the time, but I'm saying maybe up with your finances and you can't budget your money right or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it happens. People go through things.
That's a red flag to me. Like, if you cannot budget your finances, to me, then that's the issue. And I'm not saying you need to take care of me or anything. I'm just saying you need to budget your financial situation, whatever it is.
So,
but things happen.
But what if they need someone to help them out and balance them in that area? I mean, you could be that balance in their life too.
But do you think a guy is going to sit up here and say that to a woman that they're just meeting or getting to know? Because they feel
not meeting or getting to know. So I mean that I think a mature man might, would bring that up later on, like, hey, this happened in my life, or this happened, I'm getting child support or alimony, or I got, I owe back taxes or whatever else. I mean, a mature man would and I mean, I think that you can find out how much he values you, by if he tells you those things, like, hey, look, I'm not in the best situation financially. Like, I can take care of myself. I can do X, Y, Z, but me adding extra onto the plate, I'm just letting you know where I stand.
So you're saying that's a guy that y'all been rocking for a while?
Well,
and not someone that you're getting to know. You already know this person and y'all are at a certain level within, not saying that you're in a relationship, but maybe y'all are getting there.
Yeah, no, I think it goes, I think the level of maturity of that man plays into it too, because there are a lot of men that are a little too prideful, that may be a little too prideful to say that, and that plays into maturity. I mean, as a mature man, you should never let your pride get the best of you to where you can't, you're overcompensating in areas that you shouldn't be. Like if you know, like, okay, look, I know what I got here. This woman is XYZ. She's looking for XYZ. I really like her. I'm feeling her. I need to put this out on the table. Let her know, this is what, I got going on. This is what I'm doing. Blah, 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 blah. And that gives you the onus to be like, okay, I like him enough to work with him. Like, that ain't an issue. Look.
Yeah, if he's willing to work on it and try to get better, then there's nothing wrong with that. It's growth on his part, right? Or growth within something that we're trying to build. So I don't have a problem with that. But if you're just out here, acting like you got it like that when you really don't, then that's the issue.
Yeah, like, hey, let's go to Roof Chris, and after Roof Chris, let's go to damn King of Diamonds. And, hold on. Then you get, and before you even leave Roof Chris, the damn card decline. You like, nigga, you talking about King of Diamonds after this shit?
Exactly. You? Like, I'll pay for Roof Chris, but
you talking about playing spades or some shit? King of Diamonds. Out of here. Yeah. But so you mentioned the card thing being in a restaurant. This came up to mind. This is something I thought about that I do not like. There's a red flag for me. And I've talked about, I think, red flags on this podcast so much. But here is another one. Like, I don't like the way people, like, I look at how you handle, like, the servers, the waitress, the restaurant people. Like, even like if we happen to go through a drive-through, like, there are key words I look at and like, when people say, let me get, or, shit like that, like, hey, you gotta, I don't know, like, I don't know. I always like try to be like a little nice, because I feel like I gotta be that way to people that's fixing my food. Hey, can I have a, blah, 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 blah. Never like, let me get, or give me a, or, hey, y'all got a blah, blah, blah in there. I was like,
Reggie.
Is that should that be a red flag?
I mean, if it's your red flag, it's your red flag.
Yeah.
But I don't even think people think about what they're saying.
Hey, I don't want nobody spitting in my food. You better talk to these motherfuckers like you got some sense.
I mean, you go to a McDonald's and be like, let me get blah, blah, blah. I don't even think you're really thinking about what you're saying. I really don't. I mean, let me get XYZ.
So
I don't know if that's how
I don't know why
listen. Now I'm going to sit up here and think because I don't know if I do that or not. I don't know. When I go to a drive-thru, I'm gonna be like, you know what? Can I please have?
May I have? Or hey, how are you? Can I? But I don't even know why we talk about this shit because this shit sounds dumb right now. But it is a red flag for me. But still, so is there a difference between going to, let's say, McDonald's and I don't know, Ruth Chris or somewhere, like the way you talk to the people that are taking your food?
So it shouldn't be, but I think there is.
Why? It's the same server.
Because you're in a dining room setting, you know, versus a drive-through.
Listen, McDonald's
it should not be different. But you're making me think, like, damn, do I say that when I'm going through a drive-through, getting my son some chicken nuggets? Like, I don't know. Listen. I honestly don't think I do, because I feel like you should be respectful to the person. You know, and let me say, Chick-fil-A, they're always gonna be like, "How you doing?" Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
And it makes you want to be nice to them back. Hey, sweetheart. Hey, how you doing, baby? Can I get a? Yeah. Right. But McDonald's has a dining room area. It's a dining room in there, but I don't know.
But you don't have a server coming to your table to take your order.
You don't. But I mean,
who's Chris?
I don't even know why I brought that up.
Ambiance. I mean, it should not matter. You're absolutely right. It should not matter. But I don't know if I do it or not. I'm gonna be cognizant of it though.
So listen. So is it so when you go to, let's say, a white establishment, you talk to them different than you talk to, let's say, when you go to a black establishment, like when you walk out, like you at the counter, they be like, is that all? You got something else or blah, blah, blah? Or are you like, well, I'm sorry. Well, what if they're even nice at the black counter?
So
you still talk to them like you in the neighborhood, or you?
No, I don't. If they're nice to me, I'm nice to them. But let me tell you this, I can go through a drive-through and I can be ordering, they'd be like, anything else? Anything else? And I'll be like, well, damn, can I finish first?
Now that triggers me.
I don't like that. You about to get me. You know
but you set the mood. I think, well, you might set the mood, like, and maybe they don't even care because it happens so much times. We still talking about this, but you know what I'm saying? If you're like, hey, how you doing? Can I take your order? You be like, yeah, let me get a damn. Did your parents teach you manners? May I have? Hey, y'all got a number? Like,
I truly, you know what?
Well, listen. Now that I said that, you're gonna be mindful and watch it.
Mindful of what I'm saying in the drive-thru.
Some of my listeners are too. Hey, like, share, and subscribe while I'm here. Wow, so I forget. But that is a red flag for me, I guess. And we wasn't even talking about red flags, was we? No.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we got into it somehow. Yeah, we got into it somehow. But no, I guess I never said that, but that is something that but even if we're at like a restaurant and we sit at a table and someone like I think there's a level of, I guess, maturity that you show when you're talking to these people that are working for a living to serve you. You know, now if they come to the table and like, hey, here are the menus. Let me know if y'all need a couple minutes to order, and I'll be right back. You know what I mean? And blah blah blah. Then you looking at the motherfucker like, hey, where your manager at? Tell him to send somebody else out here. Like, man, you.
So let me ask you this: were you triggered at the birthday dinner from old girl? Kind of, sorta. When she start playing with her food, I was like, oh man, like we ain't here. Like I don't know who is in here, who's looking at us like this girl's playing with food. She just spilled a glass of water in my lap. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, oh my God. But I was, like I said, I was triggered too. I mean, I was just like,
I was
looking side eye, and I was looking at you and Caesar, and I'm like,
I don't know what we.
What she be hanging out with?
Yeah, I don't know what we was doing at that time or what we was thinking, but I like just listening to the orders. I probably should know how we talk to old girl, but old girl was nice though. I mean, I was complimented her on her nails, even though she needed to fill in and shit, but whatever. I mean, but she said it. She said she needed to fill in. I mean, that ain't on me. But hey, so to close everything out, here's a great question for you. Can you have good sex without having an orgasm?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course you can. I mean,
all right.
Sex doesn't always have to involve an orgasm. I think it's more of the emotional connection that you have with the person. And it's not always about you.
Okay.
So absolutely, you can definitely have good sex without an orgasm.
You know what? I think this is a battle of the sex questions.
Of course you would.
Question. I think so, because I think men would probably feel different.
So if
whether it's a minute man or a man that has like stamina, longevity, you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying if a man doesn't have an orgasm, they're saying that sex is bad.
He's probably not gonna say it was good or great, but I think his objective, and I guess everybody's objective, but so there are a lot of women that have not achieved orgasms, but would tell you they've had great sex, right? There's probably not a man alive that's gonna tell you, hey, I've had sex plenty of times, but I never nutted, never had an orgasm.
Yeah.
And we're not being technical because hey, we got orgasms, we got nuts and all this other shit. I mean, there's so many different categories. We got the clitoral orgasms, the vaginal orgasms. We got so many damn different terms and phrases for getting your rocks off. That's what we're gonna say. Getting your rocks off. But so many damn different phases to that. But yeah, I don't nah, it was trash. I ain't well,
so
yeah, I ain't get my nut, it was trash.
You're saying if you do not get an orgasm, you're saying it's trash.
Damn. Yeah.
What if she got hers though?
Well, I'm a pleaser. That's why I like to categorize myself as a pleaser. So that is my objective.
Okay.
For her to get an orgasm, to have an orgasm.
Okay.
Or get your rocks off, or whatever we're gonna coin it as. That is my goal. If it happens, it happens. If it don't, I know that I tried.
Okay.
If it don't.
Okay.
But in the event, somewhere in the course of all that, I'm gonna try to get mine too. And that's to finish off.
So but my thing is this: if she gets hers, that's not satisfaction enough for you?
Yes, it is, absolutely.
Okay. But you just said if you don't get your orgasm, then it's trash.
Okay, that was loose.
Right?
Well, I'm gonna be no. So I'm not gonna say it's trash. So we said can you have great sex without having an orgasm? I'm not gonna say it was great sex.
So what would you categorize? Trash? Okay.
It wasn't great.
Trash.
No, it don't necessarily mean it's trash if it wasn't great. See, we got to get out of that. We got to stop doing that. We got to get out of that. If it ain't good, it's trash.
What's lesser than great?
It can be okay. It can be mediocre. It can be subpar. It can be.
Are you going back?
Hold on. It can be.
Are you going back to that person?
Sometimes you gotta, we might have to run that back.
Evaluate.
Yeah, sometimes we might have to reevaluate. We might have to run that back, But even if it was like super good, you might be like, okay, I don't know. That might, I want some more of that, but that shit might be a fluke. This nigga need to do this shit again. Like this motherfucker made me see sun, moon, stars, my toes curled. I pulled my eyelashes off and everything. Wow, like I need that shit to happen again. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I think that's good or bad. You like, well, you know, as far as we need to run this back. Like, even though you like, oh, that shit was good, I need it again. But you like, I think there might be some down in the back of your mind, like, this nigga might have had a good night. Like, that might be a fluke. Like,
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, sometimes alcohol, you know, is involved, and you don't, things take over. You know, the alcohol is talking, you know, and then when you try it again, and you're like, you're not as, you know, you don't have alcohol in your system, or you may have just a little, you're not as intoxicated as you were
like
prior. You know what I mean? What is, you know, and then you come back and be like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Can you do what you did last time? Like, what was that? When you said, hey, it sounds like you're talking about Henny dick though, like the alcohol, but
yeah.
Would you say that? Can you do what you did? Like, I don't know what you just got done doing, but the time before that, like, that's what I need. Like, I don't know.
Is that embarrassing to you? For a woman to be like,
well, no. I think that would be, but if you like, so let's say we had sex, right? Mm-hmm. And the next time we're having sex, you like, hey, whatever that shit is you did last time, I need that.
Okay.
That's not embarrassing. But
okay,
like if we already did it, and you was like, well, hey, like whatever just happened, I don't know what that was. I don't know what that was, but the shit you did before that, like, yeah, the shit you did before that, like, I need some of that. Like, can I have more of that, sir? Please? Like, I don't like.
Yeah, I do get it. That would be embarrassing.
Because if a man said that to you, like, let's say you gave some head and like his ass just like went into some kind of convulsions or some shit, right? And then the next time you gave him head and he looked down at you like, hey, I need some of whatever that was you was doing last time with the hands and the spit and the, you know, the sounds and the gawk and all that. I need that. Like, I don't know, like, how would that make you feel? Would you be like, okay?
I would feel some type of way. I would. Right. I'd be like, damn, he thinks he's supposed to get this treatment every time? Shit.
Yeah, the fuck, yeah. You got that shit to me the first time. Like, that's the standard. That is the bar. Hey, listen, here's some funny shit. Like, you was doing that shit and you felt like him tapping on your head. Tapping on the top of your head, like, hey. Hey, a little more spit, please. Some can you tighten that grip?
Hey, if we just get up and go,
God.
Get up and go, you know, take care of myself, because
nigga, did you just
fucked up the whole
head? Did he? Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you just
like, nigga, you just tapped me on the top of my head? I don't fucking think you. Oh man. Yes. But let's go ahead and close it out. You got anything you want to say to the people? Anything you want to put out there? Do you want to put out, let me ask you, because I just automatically assumed you don't want to get your social media out. But do you want to get your social media out? Do you want new followers, new whatever? No? Yeah.
I mean, you know me, Reggie. I'm just very low-key.
Low-key.
I don't really post nothing. Okay. But if you want to follow me, I am who I am. My Instagram is reddiamond_85. And my Facebook is just Sharee Owens.
Okay. And Red Diamond, it ain't no like hood spelling or for
nope.
in there, nothing. Just nope. Red Diamond, as it sounds. Red Diamond 85.
Red Diamond 85.
Ain't no underscores in there, nothing?
Yeah, Red Diamond 85_.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry. Shit.
I don't
Red know. Diamond. Red Diamond _85.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Well, ma'am, I appreciate you for joining me today. This was kind of spur of the moment. I was going to do this episode by myself. I was going to try some new shit, but I was like, me talking to myself, it might not resonate well. And I've never done it before, and I've seen people do it all the time. And I was like, yo, that is a gift and a talent in itself, just to sit on a podcast and just talk. And like you're talking and then you're answering, you're talking and answering. And it's like a conversation, and the person is still in tune and entertained by it. People do that. And I don't know. One day I'll get there. I might try it, but we'll see. But thank you for joining me. And thank you to everybody that's watching, supporters, subscribers, viewers, listeners, all that good stuff. Dre, we're going to be back on. Like I said, don't worry about it. I got it. We're going to hold it down. Appreciate everything that you're doing while you're out there. It's a hard job. As they say, somebody got to do it. But I appreciate you, Sharee. I appreciate everybody watching. And this is my therapy session in sorts, But
I appreciate you for inviting me. My first time. Hopefully I didn't do too bad.
Nah, you good. Did the nerves work out? The jitters work out? You good?
Oh, for sure. We can keep going if you want.
No, we good. I'm at a time. Well, I don't like to make it too long and go too long, because people attention spans aren't like what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? Because even like some podcasts I listen to that are like 2 hours long, I listen to it in segments. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
I get it. Yeah. But please invite me again. I enjoyed it.
Absolutely. Well, I'm actually entertaining the idea of getting our whole group chat into.
Oh, I think that'll be fun. That will be.
But
epic.
Yeah, I'm interested in the idea of getting our whole group chat in there. But I do think that you can have too many people and convolute. You know what I'm saying? Because it turns out, a lot of over talking, a lot of this or that. So it all depends. But if we were all in the same room, I think that'll be great. It'll be perfect. But that's everybody. Thank you for tuning in. As always, we're unapologetic, unfiltered episode. I think this is 54. Once again, thank you, Sharee, for joining me. Everybody else, we will see you next week. And like I said, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. It does not hurt and it does not cost to subscribe. Just saying. But anyway, we out of here. Catch you next week.
Bye.
You know what it is. Thanks for listening to another episode of Unapologetic, the podcast. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.
Better follow me.